The Garden of Gethsemane, 33 AD. While the majority of the disciples slept, exhausted by grief and confusion, Jesus pulled aside 3 of his inner circle, Peter, James, and John. What happened in those final, shadowed hours was never recorded in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. No church council preserved it. No priest has ever spoken it from a pulpit. Why? Because what he transmitted that night was not a parable. It was not a prayer. It was not a prophecy. It was a movement, a precise, deliberate motion of the eyes, designed to hack the biological limitations of the human vessel. A technique to activate something ancient within you, something the arc of this material world never wanted you to discover. Tonight, you are going to learn exactly what that movement is. But first, ask yourself, why are you here? Out of the millions scrolling past this video right now, you stopped. You clicked. Something pulled you. And that pull was not the algorithm. It was a frequency match. Your soul recognized a signal that your conscious mind cannot yet explain. This is how it works for the chosen ones. You do not find the truth. The truth finds you when you are ready to endure it. If you have ever felt like you do not belong in this world, like there is a veil over reality that others cannot see, like you are remembering something rather than learning it, then this message was always meant to reach you. The restlessness, the sense that something is missing, the quiet knowing that there must be more than this endless cycle of sleep, work, consume, repeat. These are not signs of dysfunction. They are symptoms of awakening. They are proof that the divine spark within you is stirring, pushing against the walls of its confinement. By the end of this video, you will possess the key that Jesus gave to the inner circle, the key to the monad gate. Do not look away. To understand why this eye movement works, you must first understand the map of reality that has been hidden from you for 2,000 years. In the Gnostic tradition of forbidden Christianity, there is a concept known as the monad. The monad is not God in the way you were taught in Sunday school. It is not a bearded man in the clouds who judges you for your thoughts. The monad is pure consciousness, undivided awareness, the source from which all things emerge and to which all things must return. It has no form, no name, no ego. It simply is. And here is the secret that changes everything. You are not separate from the monad. You are a fragment of it, a divine spark wrapped in flesh, dreaming that it is only human. But between you and the monad stands a barrier. The Gnostic texts, like the Apocryphon of John, call this barrier the work of the demiurge. The demiurge is a lower conscious Nisa, confused architect who constructed this material realm not as a playground, but as a prison, a labyrinth of density designed to keep the sparks of light trapped, recycling endlessly through birth and death, suffering and amnesia. The demiurge does not work alone. It has servants. The ancients called them Archons. Think of team-ass frequency managers. Their job is to keep human consciousness tuned to the lowest possible vibration. Fear, guilt, shame, anger, desire. These are not random emotions. They are harvesting frequencies. Every time you fall into these states, you generate a specific type of energy, what Robert Monroe called loosh. And that energy feeds the system. This is why the world seems designed to keep you distracted. Why the news creates anxiety. Why social media creates envy. It is not an accident. It is architecture. Jesus knew this. He did not come to start a religion. He came to transmit a technology of liberation. When he said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you," he was not being poetic. He was being literal. You do not need to die to return home. You do not need to wait for a savior to rescue you from the clouds. The kingdom is already inside you. The gate is already built. You have simply forgotten how to open it. So, what is the gate? And where is the key? In the Gospel of Thomas, verse 22, Jesus says something remarkable. When you make the two into one, and when you make the inner like the outer, and when you make the eye single, then you will enter the kingdom. Make the eye single. Most scholars dismiss this as a metaphor for focus or moral purity. But what if it was a technical instruction? The human eye is not merely an organ of sight. In every ancient tradition, from the Eye of Horus in Egypt to the Ajna chakra In India, the eye is understood as a portal. The eye movement Jesus transmitted to Peter, James, and John was a technique for making the eye single, for physically and energetically collapsing the duality of ordinary perception and opening the inner aperture that connects directly to the monad. The ancients called it the Bridal Chamber, the inner sanctuary where the spark meets the source. This movement does not require years of meditation. It does not require initiation into a secret order. It requires presence. It requires intention, and it requires the exact motion I am about to describe. But a warning, the Archons do not want you to reach this point. As you approach this knowledge, you may feel resistance, a sudden drowsiness, an urge to click away, a thought that says, "This is ridiculous." Notice these impulses. They are not yours. They are the defense mechanisms of a system that depends on your continued sleep. Stay with me. The fact that you are still here proves your spark is stronger than the interference. Here is the technique. Step 1. The neutral gaze. Close your eyes. Direct your gaze straight ahead, as if you were looking at the horizon through your eyelids. Let your body be still. Let your breath flow naturally. Do not force it. Step 2. The ascent. From this neutral position, slowly, very slowly begin to roll your eyes upward. Not with strain, not with effort, but with the gentleness of a sunrise. You are not forcing your eyes to look up. You are allowing them to rise, as if they're being magnetized by something above you. Step 3. The convergence. As your eyes reach their highest comfortable position, you will notice they naturally want to converge toward a single point. This is the critical moment. Do not separate your focus. Let both eyes aim at the same invisible spot above and between your physical eyebrows. This is the cave of Brahman, the seat of the soul. Hold this position, not with tension, but with attention. Now, here is the catalyst. The movement creates the vessel, but the consciousness fills it while holding this gaze. Silently speak these words within your mind, not as a chant, but as a knowing, a declaration of fact. I am the light that returns. I remember. That is all. No elaborate prayer, just the recognition of your origin. Why these words? I am is the name of the monad. The light is your substance. That returns is your trajectory. I remember is the breaking of the amnesia. When you combine the physical convergence of the eyes with the sonic resonance of this truth, you create a frequency signature, a signal, and the monad recognizes its own signal. What happens next? You will not see fireworks. You will not levitate. You will feel a shift. It may come as a physical warmth in the center of your forehead. It may come as a sudden silence in the mind, the cessation of the internal chatter. It may come as a sense of expansion, as if you are larger than your skin. This is the gate opening. You are moving from beta brainwaves, stress, survival into gamma superconsciousness. You are bypassing the archonic filter. In the days that follow, watch your life. Your dreams will become vivid messages from the other side of the veil. Synchronicities will explode, numbers, names, timings, aligning perfectly. Relationships based on low-frequency bonding will fall away. Do not fear this. It is not loose. It is liberation. You are shedding the false self. The time for hiding is over. For centuries, you needed to be an initiate in a cave to learn this. Today, the frequency of the planet is shifting. The control structures are weakening. You did not find this video by accident. You found it because you are ready to reclaim your sovereignty. You are not a slave to the demiurge. You are a child of the monad. Tonight, before you sleep, find a quiet moment. Close your eyes. Roll them up. Converge the gaze. Speak the words. I am the light that returns. I remember. Do not rush. Do not demand. Just allow. The gate is waiting. If you are one of the chosen ones, If you felt the spark stir within you as I spoke, leave a mark. Comment below. I remember. Let us see how many of us are gathering. Let the algorithm know that the awakening cannot be suppressed. Share this with the one person you know is ready. You are light. You are eternal. And now, you have the key. Use italiano.